Welcome to Toy Business Unboxed, your gateway to the secrets of the toy industry. Here, Jason Shea, a toy entrepreneur and expert in the field.
Every product we develop is really inspired by some of the real life experience that we have with our son.
60% of all toys last year were sold on Amazon, which is incredible.
Be passionate about it because it's a road, it's a journey.
Like when you have an idea that you think is like gonna somewhat change the world, make things better, I'd say go for it.
We'll guide you through the enchanting world of toy design, marketing, and manufacturing. Now let the unboxing begin.
Welcome back to another episode of Toy Business Unboxed podcast. Today we have Troy, the founder of SadStretch Games. He's a data-driven board game designer with a background in data analysis and years of experience using tools like Excel, Power Queries, and SQLs. Troy really combined math and analytics to ensure his game is balanced and fun at the same time. From his first two games back in 2021 to his latest release in 2024, he will be sharing his journey, lesson learned, and also strategy for other aspiring game designer and entrepreneur. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
Thank you.
So can we kind of go back to your kind of journey on how do you got started in game design and why? Is there like a story behind it?
Yeah, there's a story. Back before I created the first game, I had a friend that basically challenged me to do it.
Okay.
That's kind of how that worked out.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm like, what theme? And, during 2020-21 period, there was COVID was a theme. And basically from the moment that started, I'm like, oh, wow, we could totally do like take that card game where you attack people and you make them get infected and that's how they lose their hearts and how they get out of the game kind of thing. And literally sat down in 30 minutes, got an Excel spreadsheet out, wrote down all the card names, all the actions and everything, and had a practical playable game within about 30 minutes.
Oh, whoa. That was quick. Yeah.
Now that we weren't just stop there, obviously we had to play it and make sure it worked.
Sure.
And check the balance and everything. But yeah, that's the first version of the game was done in about 30 minutes.
Okay. What is the name for the first game and what is the rule behind it?
The first game is called Flu Season. And the rules are is that everyone has 5 hearts, kind of like if you think about Legend of Zelda, how they have a heart meter, 5 hearts. And your goal is to make sure no one else has any hearts. And the way you do that is we have cards that have little viruses on them and flus and things like that. And you play those cards on them, on other people. And then you can defend by playing a booster shot. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of other cards, like cards that make you throw your hand away and stuff like that, make you skip a turn. It's pretty standard card play for that.
Okay. How long does it take from, obviously it takes 30 minutes to create the concept, but how long does it take you from that concept to actually like the product in hand?
Well, the art was done in about 6 months. Okay. And then after that time, it was just a matter of finding a manufacturer. I ended up finding through the process of looking for manufacturers. Yeah. Had someone that reached out to me that said, hey, I can manufacture your stuff for you. So I'm like, all right, sure. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to you and get a quote. And he actually beat my quotes, which was a shock because I thought I had some pretty low quotes. Okay. And so I went with him, and he's a really cool guy out of Utah. Okay. That I've met and personally multiple times since then. Yeah, so he's been a really good contact for me when it comes to game development, game creation.
So is your game manufacturing in US or he just kind of connecting you to his contact?
He's the go-between. He knows the people in all the manufacturing places and in the places in China and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. It's more like an agent kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, he's more logistics than he is actually doing the manufacturing.
I see.
But he also coordinates with the people where he's doing the manufacturing. Like our games were made in China. So he coordinated with those people to get the games to us. Yeah. And he handled the logistics but by the time we went through custom to get to me here.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. And he's done that for all 3 games that we've made.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At the same time that I made Flu Season, we also made a dice game because we were doing some testing of the games and one of the people playing was really bored. And they're like, what don't you like it? And they said, well, it's too slow. So I'm like, well, what if I came up with a fast dice version? Yeah. And that's where the dice version of the game came out is I started thinking like, well, can I come up with a dice game? And I'm like, well, I already have a game. Yeah. And I can make that into a dice version really quickly. So I did. Okay. We ended up doing both games, having our guy get us both games at once as kind of ways to reduce cost and in manufacturing too.
That's very interesting. So you have a regular version and a dice version. Is the rule totally different? Are they complementary to each other? Are they expansion to each other in any case?
Yes, to all of those questions.
Oh, okay.
The card game can be played by itself, 2 to 6 players, and you get enough hearts for all 6 players. And then the dice game, we use the exact same punch board to make the hearts for the dice game. Only we doubled the amount of dice because the dice game's kind of really, really fast if you do 5 hearts.
Yeah.
So we just did 10 hearts with that one. And then you can combine both of them. And I have a free set of rules online and that you can just download, and it allows you to play both games at once.
Okay. Very interesting. Okay.
Yeah. It basically just kind of adds like a couple extra steps to the card game.
Card games. Okay. With the dice component. Do you have the actual game with you today that you can also show us?
I don't have it on me, but I do have the next version of the game that we did.
Okay,
right
sure. Yeah. If you want to show that really quick.
Yeah. So I have, this game is called Horror Season.
Okay.
So when we got done with flu season, my wife was like, so when are we going to do the spooky one? And so like we sat down, her and I just like, her computer is always right next to mine. I got the spreadsheet out for the original one. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't like when we take the exact same game and turn it into a new game.
Yeah.
So what we did was we took my favorite cards, the ones I liked the most.
Yeah.
We put those into the new spreadsheet.
Okay.
And then she just started shooting out ideas as to what we could do.
Oh.
And then we worked on that game for a good solid 2 years.
Whoa.
The number of cards went up. I had several ideas that didn't make it into flu season. So I'm like, well, I've already got some ideas for cards. I can put them in this one.
I see.
But then we completely changed the game mechanic too. So like in flu season, you have a second deck.
Yeah.
So like this is the main deck, this one.
Yeah.
And there's 300 cards in there. And then you have your second deck, and the second deck is just character cards.
Okay.
And so it kind of gives a little RPG element to it where you have a role that you play, and each character has its own special ability and passive ability. And because this is a horror movie, Halloween, spooky kind of thing, we try to make it be kid friendly. So there's no gore or anything like that. So it's just like a lot of silliness, meme kind of thing. So everyone starts with your human card.
Yeah.
And of course, this is my favorite because the cherry blossoms look awesome.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to pull that. There's others. But then we got the Chad card.
Okay.
But all of the humans are the exact same. So all your special abilities and passive abilities are completely useless. Instead of leaving them blank, I just put a joke, stupid ability at the bottom.
Okay.
And your special ability, so a special ability is during the game, you can, instead of playing a card, you can use your roll's action as one of your actions.
Okay.
And the passive ability is because you happen to be that monster or you're that human, then you get a bonus because a card came up and got played.
I see.
Like, for example, we have witchy type cards like Complete a Potion and Crystal Ball. And when those are played, you get a bonus.
I see. Okay.
And we also have zombies. And in the zombies, when someone dies, you gain a heart because you just ate the dead body. And then we also have a card called Zombie Horde, where Zombie Horde gets played. All the humans lose a heart and zombies level up and get a heart back.
Oh, very interesting. So what is the goal of that games? How do you win?
Same kind of thing. Instead of little Valentine's Drumming hearts, we put these little corporeal hearts in the game.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So same kind of thing. Like I said, it's a similar concept. It just, I added more crap to it because that's what happens. You give me 2 years to make a game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ideas I didn't really throw out. I just made them, kept working on it until they worked.
Yeah.
So you get 5 hearts again, and the goal of the game is to limit all the other players. And in this game, the way you eliminate people, instead of giving them infections, you stab them.
Okay.
So we have these cards. You see the suit up here in the corner is a stab wound card.
I see. Okay.
It's a knife. And so you just stab them.
Yeah.
And then the way you get your hearts back in this game is you play these potion cards. This is our most common one. You play this, you get a heart back.
Okay.
You use the hearts to protect your life and the stab wounds to eliminate other players.
It's kind of like a free for all, kill everyone else, pretty much. Kind of.
I've had these games described as chaotic.
Yeah.
And what's funny is the only time I ever hear that described as chaotic is when I'm going to gaming conventions.
Yeah.
And you have the purest board game people that are like, it must have a strategy. I need it to work. And I need to be able to plan out 15 moves and know all these moves are going to work and I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Where with chaos games, that is the strategy. And that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
Is you're basically just like, oh, you got a plan? You think so? Lose all your cards. you know?
I see.
And so winning in a chaos game is a lot more challenging, in my opinion, than winning in a strategy game where you can line up all your moves like a chess match.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Definitely a
and
little bit different.
and for me, on top of that, the fun of these games is it lets you know how good of friends your friends are. Because if you think about it, these are attack games.
Yes.
Where like when I was playing these games through development, I usually like to play them with my nephews because they're really great and really smart and they're total jerks. And so they will go through and pick through everything and they will play the cards in a way that like I'd never thought that it should be played that way. And so it's actually really good because then I'm like, okay, well, my intent of this card is to do X, Y, and Z. How can I write this so that when you read it, meaning you and therefore everyone else reads it, you understand my intent with this card and we can make that action happen.
I see. Okay.
So I really like having them be my testers. In fact, actually, I've got another game here that they worked on. This is my new board game.
Oh, you have another one. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the board game.
Yeah.
This is the one that's in process right now.
I see.
The theme of this one, I'm going away from the seasons because I have flu season and horror season.
Yeah.
And each one's like another season.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and I wanted to do a board game. I wanted to do a conversion game for horror season.
Okay.
And that game, like I spent a lot of time crunching the numbers of how I could make horror season also be a board game where we would just make a conversion kit where you get a board, maybe 20 more cards.
Yeah.
And then pieces. And then you have to play the game, the board and the cards at the same time.
And also the dice.
Well, yeah. Actually, I know it is possible to play both the flu season game and the horror season games together.
Oh,
I haven't done it.
Yeah.
But it's possible.
It's possible. Okay.
Yeah. So, but like what I was thinking I would do is like, I will just make a board because that's another thing that I hear in board game conventions is that the hierarchy of games is the best game when you go from video to table is a board. That is the elite version of a game. If it doesn't have a board, then it's like playing Uno and I'm not a kid anymore. Okay. And so I'm like, well, the difference between a card game and a board game is the actual board because board games have cards. And so I'm like, well, I could easily convert this game into a board game. And so I actually started working on that idea a couple years ago and then got to the point where it didn't quite work.
Okay.
Because like I already had an existing working game and I was trying to make the game work with that game, like almost like be an enhancement.
Okay.
But also I wanted the game to be sold independently, so that way it wasn't just the board game.
Yeah.
And so I ended up coming up with 3 sets of rules.
Oh, that's complicated. Okay.
Plus the rest of the rules already in the game, the card game deck.
Okay.
And so like I just got to the point that I just didn't feel right. Wasn't quite working. And so I decided to throw out some of the rules and just basically start over from scratch.
I see.
That evolved into another game, which I also threw out and is now evolved into the one that I just showed you.
Yeah, it's definitely a process. So, and throughout this process of developing so many different games, what has been some of the biggest challenge that you face?
Balance is really important. And that's why, I'm a numbers guy. So I'll get out the spreadsheets. I'll crunch the numbers. I'll make sure that as much as I can that the game works. But like, especially in the new game, you have to get powers and weapons in order to beat monsters. And so it's a dice rolling game where you have a dice that you roll, and then you also have cards that you play, and then that you math up everything. So like I have a level, I'm level 1 plus my skills. I've got a 10-point skill. That's 11. I try to beat a 20-point monster. I roll the dice. If I can't beat that 20-point monster with the dice plus all that, then I have I have a one-time use weapon I can play, right? Well, having all the monsters have the same health the whole time, going through 20 dungeons is boring. So then I got to work on scaling. Well, how do I scale? Where do I scale? At what point do I scale up the health of the monsters and still make it be that by the time you get to the point, you're not so overpowered that a monster pops out and it's instantly killed. Because like I've got 300 points in skills here or something like that, So then what you do is you introduce things like controls where like if I have a 25-point skill that you can have, you're not allowed to play it until you reach a certain level.
Okay. Yeah.
Meaning that then that makes it harder. And then also this is kind of a placeholder image, so don't pay too much attention to it.
Oh, okay.
But like this is how you would map your character. So you would keep track of your level right here. And as you go through your levels, you're allowed a certain number of skill slots.
Yeah.
And then also when you kill monsters, you're only allowed to hold a certain number of hearts.
Okay.
If you can't beat the monster, you can only take damage 3 times or you're out of the game.
Oh, okay.
And with this same component, you can play the game, the way it plays, you can play it competitively or cooperatively without having the rules change barely at all.
Oh, you can also do co-op. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My main goal with this is I'd had it asked a lot is, do you have any solo play games?
Yeah.
And so that's the way you can do it as solo play. You can play 2 players yourself and work your way through the game, but also multiple people can play. You could do teams like 2-on-2. So, and all of that is something that as of right now works.
I see.
So every time I play it, as if something doesn't work, obviously you've got to change it. And with this being basically the 3rd version of this particular game, we've worked out quite a bit of bugs. I've already had my nephews look at it, tell me how dumb stuff was. Like that doesn't make sense. I'm like, okay, let's throw that out. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like if I can't explain it to them in a way that they go, okay, I see what you're doing, then I throw it out. It doesn't do me any good.
How old was your nephew, by the way?
I have 2 nephews that come over and they are late 20s.
Oh, they're late 20s. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're younger. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I'm an old dude. I'm 52. So my nephews are much older.
I see. So what is your process for play testing besides playing with your nephew? Do you also have do you also go to different events for play testing as well?
Usually I can get some families to play with me. I haven't tried them yet, but I want to with this game.
Yeah.
There is a gaming bar in the area where I live.
Okay. That's good.
And you can go on Wednesday nights and play the game. And I've met them. I've been there, but I haven't done any beta testing because I kind of want to get this not broken. But over the course of the years going to conventions, selling the existing games, I've actually met a lot of people that I have a contact, good guy that was willing to turn my flu season games into a video demo version.
Oh, really? Okay, that'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got busy, so I'm going to wait on that. But because he also has a game design career, I kind of want to play the game with him. But I talked to him about that. He's volunteered. So you kind of have to tap into the people you know. But on top of that, when you find people that are really good, you basically want them to crap all over your game. Because if they don't, the people who buy it will.
True. I know you're very data driven. Can you share some example where some of the data, some of the analytics that you use to help you improve the game?
Yeah. So I've done the data with all of my games and it's definitely very nerdy. So in my Excel sheets, I have all the names of the cards,
the
number of cards I want to include in the game. So let's just say, for example, let me just grab this one card. So this card right here, it's called Apothecary. Okay.
Yeah.
You play this and everyone gets a heart.
Okay.
So I actually have in my Excel sheet, a column that counts up all of the potion cards.
Yeah.
Determines how much percentage of the entire game the potion cards are, plus how much percentage of the entire game that one card is.
Okay.
Plus how much percentage of that group it is. And the goal is to if I add one or take one away, how's that going to affect the game? Am I going to have if the goal of the game is to eliminate people, I don't want the medicines and the potion cards to keep everyone alive for very long. I want everyone to get hurt.
I
So
see.
in my game design thought process, it was just a matter of let's see how quickly we can eliminate people.
Yes.
Then you need to give enough balance in the health to keep people in the game that want to be in the game.
I see. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, I think not everyone approach the game design the way you do, but that's definitely a very interesting way to make sure the game itself is well balanced. It's not skewed in any way.
Yeah.
So, and in your process, I think you also did the Kickstarter for your game, correct?
Yes. Yeah. We did a combo Kickstarter for the flu season games because we had them together. And then we did a separate Kickstarter for horror season.
Okay. How was your experience with the Kickstarter campaign?
Rough. But we didn't go in there with very many expectations because nobody knows who we are.
Sure.
The people that have bought the games, they know who we are because they've met me personally. I've only gone to conventions and most of the people that bought the games in the Kickstarter were family members and friends, people I bribed,
Okay.
But also
Okay.
some random people. We did some random advertising on, there's this website called Board Game Geek and it's supposed to be the end all be all for databases. Of course I did advertising there, got a little bit of traffic from all the games from there.
Okay.
But primarily, especially for horror season, because I had a game to sell, I coordinated conventions with the Kickstarter for horror season. So I would go in person to play the new, horror season with a promotional box, and also to let people get their hands on flu season. So then they could play it and decide if they wanted to jump on the Kickstarter.
Okay,
So,
that's a good strategy. But you didn't run like the meta ads like everyone else for 6 months. So a lot of people I talked to will run like 3 to 6 months of ads campaign leading to the Kickstarter.
I did run meta ads, hit both Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
I did some Twitter ads at the time.
Yeah.
I think that was mostly it. Mostly did Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay.
And, when you don't have a lot of money to put into your advertisement, your dollars, you kind of have to target where you go.
True. You need to be very careful with the investment. Otherwise, the Zuckerberg just will take all your money.
Right.
So yeah, that's definitely true. So, and as we're kind of wrapping up today's interview here, looking back in your own personal journey on creating these companies and all the different wonderful games you have so far, if you have to share just one piece of advice with someone that's also just getting started in the toys and game industry, what would that be?
For me, it was when you're making a game, think about what you're going to put in the game, and then go find some game manufacturing companies. They have demo pieces you can use, but more importantly, find out how much it's going to cost and keep that in mind when you make it.
Yeah.
Because paper is cheaper than plastic. Plastic's cheaper than resin. And acrylic is cheaper than resin. So, if you're going to do things like that, like with this board game, I've already got so many elements that are going to be put into it, where I'm going to be paying for a board for each box, for each thing. You also pay for the box. The box is the cost. You also have to, considering the elements that I'm going to be putting into the new game, I'm constantly keeping in mind, because I have a 3D printer, it has some practice pieces that I just printed myself.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
This is our coin. When you kill a monster, you trade it in for the coin, and this is our coin. That called crystal.
Okay.
Right. So I just have these just so I can have something to play with instead of, doing stickers or writing stuff. I figured, well, I've got the printer, so may as well make something. And then, but this isn't going to be the final thing in the game. I'm going to be putting punch items in. I'm going to go get some artwork made for the punch items. Like some small things like this is stuff that I can handle. That's not a problem. But for the other stuff, I want to hire out an artist. I'm actually trying to think this game is going to be an anime theme.
Yeah.
So when you watch those anime adventures where the person goes out and fights the dungeon, they have to go back and sell a monster at the guild hall kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's literally what you do is when you take the monster, you go back to a guild hall and you sell the monsters there. And you get crystals, and then you buy your weapons at the guild hall.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm looking particularly for people that enjoy doing anime art. And I kind of had the idea given to me by an artist friend who said that we should get multiple artists because then you have different styles. Every character would have unique style. And then I could have weapons that go for that character, and they would be in the same style.
I see. Yeah, definitely a lot of things to consider. But one thing I think you mentioned very important is you need to know your number, not just for the game rule, but also how much it's going to cost to create a game. So, and shout out to our friend, Game Crafter, if you want to look into easy way to prototype.
Yeah, I've been using Game Crafters for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because you can get blanks. I've ordered blanks for the boards, everything. So yeah, I definitely like Game Crafters.
Yeah, it's an easy way for early prototyping for sure.
Yeah, I did learn that I can use them to make almost like a manufacturer version that you can just print and get some custom that you can use. That way I can use that to promote the game before the Kickstarter. So that's an element I definitely like.
Yeah. And thank you again for your time today and sharing your journey, your wisdom, and your knowledge within the toys and game industry.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thank you for our audience for tuning in to this episode of Toy Business Unboxed podcast. We hope today's conversation gave you some practical insight and fresh inspiration for growing your own toys or game brands. This podcast is proudly brought to you by Toy Launch, a leading marketing and growth partner for toys and game companies. At Toy Launch, we help brands scale on Amazon and beyond through full service account management, PPC, SEO, creative, catalog optimization, influencer marketing, and overall marketing consulting. If you're looking for a proven team that really understands both the toys and game industry and the e-commerce world, we are here to help. If you'd like to have a personal breakdown of your brand, your opportunities, and how to do digital marketing for your particular product, you can schedule a free consultation with us. Just visit toy-launch.com/schedule. If you want to connect with other toys and game founders and entrepreneurs, join our free community, Toy and Game Launchpad. You can find our community at toy-launch.com/group. For more resource update and the latest industry insight, visit us at any time at our homepage, toy-launch.com. Until next time, keep innovating, keep creating, keep bringing joys to toys. This is Jason Shea signing off on the Toy Business Unboxed podcast. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.